everybody. I'm Will Hawkins, and welcome back to CNN Students. We have a great program for you today. I hope everyone had a great weekend and are ready to get in with us. Our first story comes from Pyeongchang, South Korea, where Johnny is reporting on the Olympics.
In a major diplomatic step towards peace, North Korea and South Korea marched together in the opening ceremony and have agreed to join forces on the women's hockey team. South Korea's main allies, the U.S. and Japan, have been supportive of the talks but still skeptical of Kim Jong-un's main purpose for talking. They are worried about the possibility of North Korea using these talks to buy time for the nuclear weapon program. As a result, Secretary of State Rex Tillerson and the United States Army sent additional reinforcement. This came after a meeting concerning North Korea with the U.S., Japan, Canada, and the United Kingdom. I wish the best of luck to all the teams participating.
Now it's time for today's 10-second trivia. Which of the following countries was home to the first parliament in Europe? England, Iceland, Spain, or France? The correct answer is Iceland. And that takes us to our next story with Miles Westfield, reporting from the field.
Iceland's extended and profound history has recently come into effect. Over 1,000 years ago, Vikings migrated to Iceland and destroyed all the trees when they got onto the land. Those trees took up 1/4 of the Icelandic countryside, and now people are trying to bring them back. Quote, "It's definitely a struggle," unquote, says Mr. Johnson, who is a forester who works for the Icelandic Forestry Association. Even though he says they are growing millions of trees a year, that is less than half of 1% of how many they plan to grow back. One of the main reasons that the people of Iceland have decided to attempt to grow back all of these trees is environmental reasons. First off, the combination of a lack of trees and volcanic ash has made the soil erode much easier than in other countries. This leads to vegetation not being able to gain a foothold in the ground, which makes farming impossible in many parts of the country. This loose soil combined with strong winds also leads to damaging sandstorms. Many trees would also help in the fight of climate change. Iceland has a very high per capita emissions of greenhouse gases. Adding more trees would help offset some of the country's emissions. Many conservation groups throughout Iceland's history have worked along with their government to try to fix their environment. None have been noticeably successful, but many companies and people of Iceland are feeling special about this particular move.
It has been almost 4 years since Malaysia Airline Flight 370 had disappeared with 230 people on board from a trip from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing, China. After fruitless research by Australia, China, and Malaysia governments, the disappearance of MH370 remains as one of the greatest aviation mysteries of all time. A year ago, Malaysia, Australia, and China suspended their research after finding a few parts of the MH370. The Malaysian government has signed an agreement with a private company called Infinity Ocean. They will have 90 days contract to find the MH370, and the company will receive as much as $70 million if it's found. Ocean Infinity will be using a new technology called Autonomous Underwater Vehicle. They proclaim this technology could go deeper and collect high-quality data, and it was made for this type of situations. The agreement also said if the company doesn't find the MH370 in those 90 days, there will be no fine, no fee. It means if they don't find any type of information about the MH370, the Malaysian government won't pay to the private company.
Hello, I'm Will Hawkins, CNN Students' senior global correspondent. And as you can see today, I'm in the Peruvian Amazon. For today's great big story, we travel to the Peruvian Amazon. Here we find a man named Amadeo Garcia Garcia. Amadeo is the last remaining native member of a tribe which used to number in the thousands. Amadeo's tribe, the Toshiro, fled deep into the Amazon, fleeing invaders generations ago. When the Toshiro disappeared, so did their language. Amadeo is now the last remaining human alive known to speak Toshiro. Linguists have attempted to use Amadeo to salvage the language. However, Amadeo's constant drunkenness got in the way of that. Languages are typically passed down through children. However, Amadeo's children are scattered throughout the Americas and speak Spanish, not Toshiro. After Amadeo's wife left him, as a result of the same alcoholism that prevents him from teaching the language today, he gave his children up to a Christian missionary who took them to Puerto Rico. Giving up his children, according to linguists, almost certainly marks the end of the Toshiro language and culture. There are over 37 native languages in Peru alone, half of what there used to be. Of those 37 languages, over half are endangered of becoming extinct.
Amadeo Garcia ni hua ui atondu toa. Taushiro ui. Achahio hara uyaku inanga uwahara ui nguwara ui. Nyata uge nichiwa hiranga asinto toa ninga imundo ni hua ni yaku.
For CNN, 10 out of 10. Reforestation should be no problem for the country of Iceland. All the smart folks that got over there, I doubt this issue will have them stumped. To be fair, this is not an elementary issue. Although it could involve a lot of jumping through hoops, if they really work hard, they could finish by next September. Will Hawkins, and I'll see you next time.